This is not the sort of approach you're going to hear from most people about how to achieve success. You've probably heard about you have to set goals. You have to put in massive action. You have to be determined. You have to overcome challenges. You have to learn. You have to gather more and more information. You have to read books. You have to go to courses. You have to do seminars. You have to commit yourself to learning how to achieve and how to be successful. But here's the funny thing. Wouldn't you agree that it's interesting how we're all being told that, but how many of us, and are you, really getting that much closer to the feeling of success, to getting rid of that empty despair that, what's this all about really? Or are you just chasing after success? Are you just doing more and more, putting in more and more effort and thinking, if I just learn a bit more, I'll crack it. I'll finally make that breakthrough that I'm looking for, where I'll get rid of the stress. I'll get rid of the problems. But it never really happens, does it? And that's the reality, is that we're all chasing, most people, and I was like this for decades, chasing after success in that next idea, that next breakthrough, the next thing I had to do. The more information I had to learn, I had to try harder, all of those sorts of things. But I never really got over my problems and stress. And the wonderful part about what I do with people and how I help them, it's really based on how I help myself, on how I learned to take a different approach. And for me, it took me to lose everything. Here I was on the treadmill of success, if you like, achieving more, setting bigger goals every year. And I did become more and more successful. I made more and more money. I had more and more stuff, more and more things. I was doing, traveling and having multiple homes and doing all that sort of stuff. But I had lots of stress and problems. And it took me, what I don't hope for you really, but it took me to lose everything I had to have to be forced to take a different approach. And it's only when I took that different approach that the magic started to happen in my life. And I know what you're thinking, oh, magic, this isn't another one of those podcasts about, the law of attraction, and you just sit there and visualize and everything comes to you and you don't have to put any effort and all that. It's nothing about that. It's about taking a different approach. But what turns out to be, as I discovered when I back engineered, because I had to find out what was I doing differently, this is actually based in science. It's based on the natural laws, and achieving real success in your life is as natural a law as allowing your heart to beat, allowing yourself to breathe, knowing that if you're going to walk out a 10-story building, you're going to fall down because you're governed by a law that is beyond your control. In that case, obviously, it's the law of gravity.